Hello, I'm Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And we are going to deck your halls. And this is From Our Perspective. Welcome to the 47th episode of From Our Perspective. It's holiday season. We both celebrate Christmas. So for us, it is Christmas Eve. It's the 23rd of December. The day of recording this is the first night of Hanukkah, though. So, I guess, happy Hanukkah. I was going to say I didn't know what to say, but I do know what to say. It's Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to all of our Jewish listeners.
Merry Hanukkah.
Merry Hanukkah. Is that the only two ways to introduce a holiday?
I don't know.
To greet a holiday? Introduce definitely isn't the right word, and I feel dumb saying introduce a holiday.
I don't know.
What would it be?
You could just pinch people on St. Patrick's Day, right?
Well, do you
remember being paranoid about going to school not wearing green?
There's the no, because I always made sure I worked until I was in high school, because then I didn't really care.
Yeah. Then only weird people pinched you.
Yeah, if someone pinched me in high school on St. Patrick's Day, then they were weird.
What if I did it though?
If you did it to me? Well, I think freshman year I was still into it. It was when I started to get older.
I was still into pinching.
Yeah, you were a senior pinching people. Yeah, those people were weird. There was a picture of me. We were hanging out at my grandparents' at their house the other day, and my grandpa he takes a lot of pictures at family gatherings. He uploads them to his computer, so occasionally we'll all just go look at the computer. And we don't turn it on. We just look at a blank screen.
That's cool. That's a fun family activity. Staring at a blank screen. I know me and my family, we always like to do that the day after Christmas. We take down the decorations and then we stare at a blank computer screen.
No,
it's a lot of fun.
You all go to start a fire to keep warm, but you don't do anything. You just stare at these logs in a fireplace.
Yeah. We each have our own drill cup. It has our name on it so that we can drill into it.
That's nasty.
Always stare.
That's nasty. No, we were looking through the pictures on the computer, and there's this beautiful picture of me. My guess would be I was in elementary school, maybe 5th grade. Mm-hmm. And I had this green, it was probably middle school. I'd say 6th grade. I was in this green shirt that said it had a big 4-leaf clover. It definitely didn't say "Kiss Me, I'm Irish," but it said something stupid like that. I probably had green shorts on. It was just top up. But
you were just painted green.
I was painted green. No, so I had this green shirt on, some St. Patty's shirt. I had this weird hat that it was the golf hats that people in Ireland wear.
Oh yeah.
So it was that. It was really big though, novelty, and it was green. And it had this hair piece to it to make it look like I had green hair. I had green sunglasses on, green clover necklaces. And I had this game of Connect 4 that was weird, and it had 4 different colors. But instead of the little pucks, they were rings. And I took the green rings out and wore them on my fingers. I went all out. I was never scared on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, apparently. Good God, you psycho.
Yeah. Says a person who literally would dress up like Santa on the last day before Christmas break in high school.
Well, whatever. I look like Santa.
Yeah. Maybe. Shut up. And you'd also, I'm not saying that it's, bad, but you also wore that, Halloween costume. And you're making fun of me. And you had formal Fridays? You're telling me
I remember that.
I was literally
look,
doing
I had one I had one opportunity to make fun of you.
No.
I feel like you just stopped working for a second there.
I did. I really did. That's basically how all of our conversations shake out. I feel like that was the most real conversation we've had on this podcast. We just start like babbling at each other. Or it's typically me. Yeah. I start babbling at you.
No.
But yeah, I don't know why we started talking about St. Patty's Day.
I bet this is the only time Christmas has ever been like
overshadowed by of all holidays, St. Patrick's Day.
I bet the leprechaun's like, yeah, look at me now.
Fuck yeah, bro.
This tiny podcast is talking about me on Christmas.
My favorite podcast. We're I was gonna make a joke like we're big in Ireland, but we're not. No. Anyway, 47th episode. It's Christmas time, holiday season.
Did that already.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Did you forget?
Yes, I did. Sam, you went and saw a movie today.
I did. I saw the last, I think, I kind of hope so. Hopefully last Star Wars movie.
Well, maybe not hopefully last Star Wars movie, like last in that saga.
I don't know, Trace.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Maybe, can I just like watch the old ones over and over again?
You saw Rise of Skywalker.
I did.
I mean, did too.
I didn't have high expectations, but it was... Yeah. I left the theater and I was like, okay, that wasn't as bad as people were saying it was. I was like, it was okay, it was fine. But as it's kind of sat in my brain like
as
a lump.
Just like you like leaned back in the car and you go, wait a minute, I've been duped.
You could say wait a minute to almost half the things that happen in this movie, probably more, where you're like, that doesn't make any sense. But it's because it just like, at first off, it undermines all the past two movies. It's just like, why did we even bother, kind of thing.
Well, see, and that was so weird because, like, you know, the episode 7 was okay. Like, it was serviceable. Some people said it was good.
It was
a lot of people said it wasn't great, but I mean, I thought it was serviceable.
It was a nice, safe jumping point, like a good starting point. Now we can branch away from this very safe, familiar area.
I would have totally understood, and I totally understand why at the very beginning of the movie, of this new one, Rey wakes up and she realizes that all of The Last Jedi was a dream, and she goes,
"That's right."
Oh, none of that.
I thought that was a weird choice. It was
a little weird. It was kind of the first thing where you're like, "Oh, okay, this is going to be a strange movie." It starts like this one picks up right at the end of episode 7, so you're like, I guess this is the real episode 8. That was a little confusing. Next big head scratcher. I feel like it was a little odd to like instead, like, you know, it hit this weird note where it did like this Christmas Carol parody. You know, you remember?
You were going all sorts of crazy directions.
No, yeah, that's what I also said.
That's what
I
thought
movies.
about.
That's also that's what I also said. I was
like,
to the
J.J.
movie.
Abrams, you were going all sorts of crazy directions.
I stood up in the theater and I go, "You are gone all to the movie screen." I go, "You are gone all sorts of directions." Like Ray was there, and then and she was screwed. She was like, "Bah humbug." She literally said that, and that was the craziest part.
Yeah, I was like, that's really fan servicey.
It's really everyone really wanted that connection because we know she's not
that it's
Skywalker.
The same universe. We've had that.
We know she's not a Skywalker, but she's definitely Scrooge. Like everyone knows. Everyone
knows.
So she goes bah humbug, and we're like, everyone clapped, of course. Everybody clapped. Luke shows up. He's like Marley.
Yeah, he's a ghost. He's like...
Yeah, it turns out that in Last Jedi, he wasn't alive. Like, he was just dead the whole time. Like, he died a while ago.
Yeah. Well, it was all a dream.
Yeah, it was all a dream. So he's Marley, and he's like, Rey, you're going to
be visited by three
Force ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghost of Christmas Past. Obi-Wan came back. Ewan McGregor reprised his role.
Yep.
Ghost of Christmas Present. Yoda.
Kylo Ren's there, but he's not dead.
Wait,
and that was confusing. I said Kylo Ren.
Oh, I was gonna say Ghost of Christmas Present was Yoda. Okay. I was going for like a real ghost thing, and then Ghost of Christmas Future is Anakin.
Maybe I'm getting them mixed up because they were both there.
See, yeah, it was, and it was like a double dream sequence. Like she woke up at like on Christmas, and she was like, "What day is it?"
She threw open the doors and yelled down to Baby Yoda, "What day is it?"
Baby Yoda, go get me. She said, and then she threw him a space credit and said, "Go get me the nearest roasted Gungan."
And then he took off his mask and he was Watto, and he said, "Republic credits are no good here." And he throws it back at her.
And
then I woke up. And then I went and saw the actual movie.
Okay, yeah. But and this is the last thing I'll say about it. I know we've been spoiling the whole thing. But it was really weird when Emperor Palpatine showed back up. And then it turned out that all along, he was just the California raisins in a coat. Like that was weird, right? Or is that just me?
Can I say that I'm shocked that it took us 47 episodes to say the words California raisins on this
finally
podcast.
Mention the California raisins.
Have we
not mentioned it before?
My Discord profile picture is the California raisins because I don't know why.
Your everything picture is like a lot of things.
It's my Skype thing too. I just realized.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
There's some reason.
I forgot the joke.
It's the phenomenon that me and Sam. It's a phenomenon we have, where for some reason we just love the California raisins so much.
It's so weird.
These things were before. I think they were before both of us.
Yeah, well, I don't remember seeing anything California raisins.
I don't remember these things, but they're so funny. They're so zany.
They're great.
They are great. Heard it through the grapevine.
And they were, and now they're in Star Wars.
And now they're in Star Wars. Finally, we knew it all along. Everyone thought that Darth Jar Jar was a thing. It was actually just the California raisins the whole time.
It was Darth Raisin. In case anybody's confused, that's what happened.
That is what happened. That's actually what happened.
I was very confused.
The movie. Now, here's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually in the movie.
What, the Disney California raisins?
Yeah, Disney bought their rights to the California raisins and they put them in the movie.
That would be super weird, but whatever.
Yeah, it was super weird. I agree. Anyway,
let's get into the topic.
Since we celebrate Christmas, we're going to talk about Christmas. Sorry.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't think it's right that we should talk about any other holiday, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Sorry if you feel excluded, but hopefully we can be funny.
I mean, they probably already feel excluded.
Yeah,
based on the way our society works.
It is it's like a two-way. I just imagine they feel excluded because they're like in their car, they're at work, and they're like chiming in, like talking to us, and then they're like, oh wait, and then they weep because they love us so much they want to be a part of our conversation.
Exactly. Everybody loves us.
Everybody.
It's like everybody loves Raymond, except it says Sam and Trace after it.
Everybody loves the From Our Perspective podcast starring Sam and Trace. Premieres every Monday. It's a long title, but I think it works.
It really gets the point across.
It gets the point across.
Anyway.
We really need to make a shirt that says anyway.
Anyway, ellipses.
Anyway.
11 weird and wonderful Christmas traditions from around the world.
Let's go around the world. Let's take a trip. Come on in.
Take a trip in your imagination of your mind.
Get in. Wait, so you know how when we eventually make this podcast into a TV show, like a narrative TV show, we're gonna it's like informative like the Magic School Bus, but we can't have a school bus. What would our vehicle be?
Garbage truck.
Get in the spectacular.
Hop in Sam and Trace's magic garbage truck.
Our spectacular garbage truck, and we'll take you around the world. Go ahead, Sam.
Giant Lantern Festival in the Philippines.
Oh, hello, the Philippines. We're here. Now look
Hello,
around.
the Philippines.
Look
I need
around,
to push
everyone.
my screen down so I can see.
Look around, everyone. You're in the Philippines
The
now.
giant-
And then there are like 3 people who like look around and they're like, oh fuck, we are. We actually are in the Philippines.
They teleported us.
I can teleport people. And I just teleported all of our listeners to the Philippines. Congratulations.
Don't do that. That's a problem.
Is it? Are you saying that there's something wrong with the Philippines?
No, I'm saying, how are they going to get home for Christmas?
I'll teleport them back.
Okay. Anyway, God.
Sorry.
The Giant Lantern Festival is held each year on the Saturday before Christmas Eve in the city of San Fernando. So we already missed it.
Yeah, it was of recording, it was yesterday.
Son of a gun. The Christmas capital of the Philippines. So that's San Fernando, in case you're wondering. The festival attracts spectators from all over the country and across the globe. Originally, the lanterns were simple creations around 0.5 meter in diameter, made from paper. No, wait. Oh, my from God. Japanese origami paper. What do you want from me? Don't oh my God me.
I was joking. Keep going.
Okay. And lit and lit by candle. Today the lanterns are made from a variety of materials and have grown to around 6 meters in size. They are illuminated by electric bulbs that sparkle in the kaleidoscope of patterns.
Do you think if we tried hard enough, we could turn me into one of these lanterns?
I have no idea what you could mean by that.
Well, you know.
No, I don't. What? Like, how do you mean? Like turn you into paper and then make a lantern out of you? Or do you mean like...
Just make a lantern out of me. You don't have to like transmogrify me into paper.
What does that entail? Does that you just eat a candle? That would make you lantern, kinda.
But what if we like put? You know how hot air balloons work? Like you have to put a big old torch under them.
So you want me to set you on fire?
What if I'm sitting on a chair and under me is a big torch and it just like shoots hot air on my butt,
right up your butt,
and then I start floating, and I hold a big light, and I just fly through the sky. This is a good bit, and you're not playing with
What am I supposed to say to this? Like, that you have magic? That you're a magical person that can fly?
No, it's physics, Sam.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't think it is.
Okay,
so you're like, I'm picturing you in like a lawn chair, right?
Yeah, but like
one of those
like a little circle,
white ones.
A little circle is cut out.
Yeah,
like where my butt goes. It kind of looks like pooping. A toilet, but less poopy.
Okay, and you've stuck a blowtorch up there, or just underneath?
But like a real big one.
Okay, a big blowtorch underneath you.
Yeah.
Is this attached to the chair?
It's under it. Yeah.
But is it connected?
Yes. Like, is it like a hot air balloon?
Like a hot air balloon, but you're the balloon?
Yeah, instead.
You would burn your ass. You might catch fire. I think so.
I'm pretty sure I have a fireproof ass.
We could try it.
We could try it.
We could do that.
But what if it works? How will I get down? We'll tie sandbags to me. There it is.
And you can...
And if I have too many sandbags, then I'll cut a couple off, and then I'll definitely float.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the next one?
Yeah. Maybe we can turn you into this next one or something.
Okay.
It's
like a Christmas head on a pike.
This one is called the Gavel Goat. It's from Sweden.
Okay.
Since 1966.
Sweden has come to party.
They've come to party
with their goats.
With a giant goat, because it's a 13-meter tall Yule goat that has been built in the center of Gavel's Castle Square for the Advent.
I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, it's a big... It almost looks like it's made out of Christmas trees.
Oh, maybe I haven't heard of this. I feel like... Does it have like a controversy where it gets burnt down sometimes?
People trying to burn it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has unwittingly led to another tradition, in quotes, of sorts. People trying to burn it down. Since 1966, the goat has been successfully burned down 29 times. The most recent destruction was in 2016. Okay, so this is like the most like Tom and Jerry-ass holiday tradition I've ever heard. There's like some hooligans that want to burn down
that
this goat idol.
I just imagine like a bunch of... And she only comes to mind because she's like the most famous Swedish person right now. Greta Thunberg. She's like standing in town square yelling, "Burn the goat! Burn the goat!" And everyone starts chanting with her. That's all. That's
kind of dark. I was picturing like a cop that like has to like watch it, and then there's like a couple teenagers that he scares off, and hilarity ensues. What if
they make Home Alone 5? Macaulay Culkin is a cop in Sweden now.
Macaulay Culkin protects a goat.
Wet Bandits are now the Fire Bandits.
Oh my god, this is the best movie ever.
What if Home Alone 5, Macaulay Culkin's back, and this time he has to he's back, bitch. And this time he has to enlist the help of the Wet Bandits.
To put out the fire.
To put out fires.
Oh my god. This is the best thing.
I think this one might actually be like a decent idea.
We get Joe Pesci back.
Who made the Home Alone? Wasn't it Chris Columbus?
I think so.
Christopher Columbus. Get in touch.
Sailed the ocean blue.
In 1492 he did. Get in touch.
Anyway. That's the goat. People try to burn it down. Next up is Krampus.
Krampus.
It says it's from Austria.
Krampus? More like Krampussy.
Excuse me?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did hear you. That was more funny, of a...
right? That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
He's like a cat. Like, that's the bit. He's a cat now.
That'd be weird. Maybe that's another movie idea we could chase down. I don't think that would fly, though.
A sequel to the horror movie Krampus. Krampus 2, Krampussy. And he's a big cat now.
Yeah.
If you thought I was referencing anything else, listener, you have a dirty mind, and you're going to get coal in your stocking. Hold on.
What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, mayhaps, in case
like there's nothing else?
No.
You might have been meaning?
Maybe just in case, like, just so, like, any dirty birdies don't think of anything else. Because, I mean, there are always those silly pranksters trying to make something sound nasty.
Yeah, trying to burn down goats.
Yeah, they're always trying to do something and, like, make fun of, like, Krampus 2, Krampussy. What if we call it, like, Krampus 2, Krampussy Cat? So, like, it's, like...
Okay.
So it's a little bit more foolproof.
Okay, so nobody thinks we're talking about Snatch.
That caught me off guard. You're gonna get coal in your stocking.
Oh no!
Congratulations.
Actually, Krampus is probably gonna visit me. I don't want him to visit me. He's very creepy in this picture.
I feel like a lot of people know about Krampus. He's like the one who goes around with Saint Nick, and he like fucking boils kids alive if they were bad.
Yeah, he's like bad Santa, but not like
the Billy Bob Thornton movie Bad Santa.
I'm glad you like knew exactly where I was going.
Yeah, as soon as you said Bad Santa, I knew what you were going for.
I just want to... Everybody knows about him, but I just want to say, when I hover over this picture of him, it says, "Scaring kids into the festive spirit, Krampus is the most chilling of Christmas traditions."
Well, I was reading, or I was watching some, like, video about, like, mythology, and since Krampus is, you know, he kind of falls under that, there's, like, this whole thing where, when it originated, it was, the whole thing was, Saint Nick goes house to house to the kids and asks them to recite poems and, like, Bible verses, and if they don't, then he, like, sicks Krampus on them. If they've been naughty and they didn't remember their, like, poems then they get boiled alive.
That's not good.
Doesn't Krampus do that? He like hits them with a stick, puts them in a bag, and
I know
then
he has
boils
a
them?
stick. I know he has a stick. I don't know about the boiling part.
I feel like he boils people alive.
He might.
He might.
This next one is very dear to my heart. Kentucky Fried Christmas Dinner in Japan. It's
very near to our heart. Both of our hearts.
Because we're from Kentucky, and
we... I was going to say we like fried chicken, but I really don't.
Well, that and in a major twist of fate, Colonel Sanders is actually my grandfather.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like not a lot of people saw that coming, but he was.
Yeah. That's why your name is...
Wink, wink.
That's why... What? What's the winking all about?
Oh, nothing. Anyway...
But yeah, that I've heard about. That was like a big. I feel like a lot of Kentuckians know about this. If not, they should.
Yeah,
because that's like our namesake. Like everyone knows about KFC.
That's true. It's one of the things we're known globally for, other than horse racing.
Well, I don't think we're known globally for that.
Are you sure?
That's I really don't think we are.
Like, I mean, if somebody was to know about Kentucky. They would know about, in sequential order, KFC, then horse racing, or bourbon.
I would say bourbon is first.
Maybe... Oh, first. Okay. Yeah, because that's...
Or not first. Not first, but like before.
Yeah.
Because it's Kentucky bourbon. If it's not... I feel like I've heard if it's not from Kentucky, it's not bourbon. Like literally.
I think I've heard that.
Like it's literally not bourbon.
Yeah. I've heard that too.
I'm not saying that because I pride our bourbon.
I've heard people say that, yes.
But this is my big thing. I'm thinking of like going to the I was gonna say the Appalachians, but the Alps. Going to the Alps, going over to Switzerland, and you go, "Hey, have you ever heard of Kentucky?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, KFC, yeah." And that's how they sound.
That's how they sound. Everybody knows it.
But that's like the only thing, and maybe bourbon, but I don't know.
And then they proceed to say exactly that, but in like not a weird accent,
but in a regular accent, or like not regular, an American accent.
Yeah. You.
Were you about to call me a bigot?
No, I don't know what I was going to call you. Christmas has never been a big deal in Japan, aside from a few small secular traditions such as gift giving and light displays. Christmas remains largely a novelty in the country. However, a new quirky tradition has emerged in recent years: a Christmas Day feast on the Colonel's very own Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. There's also there's that in Japan, and I know of like a Christmas Day tradition for America. And that's since like everything is closed except for like Chinese places. Mm-hmm. All the like Jewish people and the people who don't celebrate Christmas have to go out and eat Chinese food.
Yeah.
Imagine if everything closed down for like 8 days. Like everything, because like everything's closed on Christmas. But instead, like everyone was like, "Yeah, we'll close down for Hanukkah this year." It's just 8 days of nothing.
I mean, that could be cool.
That would be cool.
Other than like running out of food and stuff. That would not be cool.
Yeah, that wouldn't be cool. You just got to stock up. It's like when it snows, everyone like rampages the
goes absolutely nuts for no reason.
Stores. Milk and eggs, milk and eggs, milk and eggs.
Why is that like the first things people go for? Also,
yeah, I feel like if you're running,
I'm not like making bread or something.
Yeah,
it's not like the apocalypse. I'm not gonna have to like make my own food or something.
If you're like running low on milk, maybe you think I could do that.
But you get that anyway. You don't have to rush out because it's gonna snow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, what's the next one?
Next up is the Yule Lads.
I love Iceland. These guys. I fucking love these guys.
In the 13 days leading up to Christmas, 13 tricksy troll-like characters come out to play in Iceland.
I fucking love these boys. These boys are great. I feel like a lot of people they're so popular because they're so crazy.
I have not heard of them.
They're getting more popular because they're so crazy.
Yeah.
They're so I know so much about this Icelandic tradition just because I love the Yule Lads.
Well, lay it on me.
So they have like a mother and a father, and the mother goes out and will eat kids. And they also have a giant cat that will go out and eat people. But the Yule Lads are more like tricky.
So they don't eat people, right? They don't cannibalize.
No. Does it give you a list of the Yule Lads?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay, go through the list because they're so
and their names
crazy.
hint at the type of trouble they like to cause. Sheepcoat Claude, Gully Gawk,
wait,
Stubby,
Spoon
Licker.
Wait. I gotta get this page up.
But I really want to say Pot Scraper.
Well, I'm gonna get the page up. I gotta know because like.
Okay. I'm reading ahead.
Okay, Sheepcoat Claude. He tries to suckle the ewes in farmer sheep shed.
Gross.
So he's like a milk stealer, kinda.
Oh no, not the milk. We need that.
Gully Gulk, or he's like a goat, like a sheep's milk stealer. I don't know. Isn't a ewe like a female sheep?
Yeah.
I guess so. He's a
Gully Gawk.
Gully Gawk, he steals foam from buckets of cow milk.
Oh no! What?
Yeah, that's bad, right? Stubby, he's short and he steals food from frying pans. I want you to take a crack at what Spoon Licker does.
He licks spoons, obviously.
He licks spoons, and that's it. That's it. He licks spoons.
So you're telling me there's a character that people have devised that will break into your home and lick your spoons?
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a little man who licks my spoons.
Yes.
That's what they have instead of dishwashers in Iceland. They have little guys who come around and lick things clean. Because there's Pot Scraper, also known as Pot Licker.
He licks the pots,
he steals
right?
unwashed pots and licks them clean.
There's also Bowl Licker.
There's also Bowl Licker.
Do we need 3 different people to do this licking business?
Yeah, he actually steals bowls of food from under the bed.
Door Slammer.
There's Door Slammer. He goes around in the middle of the night and, as you would guess, slams doors.
What the hell is Skyr Gobbler?
So Skyr is an Icelandic yogurt. He goes up and gobbles their Skyr.
Oh my god. Sausage Swiper?
He loves stolen sausages.
Excuse me?
He takes like the sausages.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It just sounds crazy. Window peeper? That sounds like
He's basically like a peeping Tom. He just stands outside of people's windows.
That's terrifying.
He tries to. So he's kind of like casing the joint. He like looks in the window and like looks for stuff to steal.
Doorway sniffer.
He's got a big old nose and he sniffs doorways. He sniffs doorways to see if there's any food.
Well, I pictured a man just like opening the door and just like sniffing the door frame.
Yeah, he does.
Great.
But he's looking for food.
Meat hook.
Snatches up any extra meat you got laying about.
And
he
the
apparently
he
especially loves smoked lamb.
Interesting.
Yeah, him and I guess Sausage Swiper and him get along.
Yeah, because they don't take each other's food, I guess.
What if there were actually only 12 of them, and they had to rebrand one of them for one day because everyone was like, "Oh, there are 13 days of Christmas now," and then they were like, "Well, shit, there's only 12 of us."
They're like, "Darn it!" There's a guy named Candle Stealer too.
Candle Beggar.
He's here too.
He's also known.
Taking your candles.
Yeah, on this list that I looked up, he's also called Candle Beggar. He steals candles, which apparently was a very sought after item in Iceland.
I mean,
I love the Yule Lads because they are so fun.
That's pretty kooky.
Yeah. It is crazy. It's crazy. They're crazy.
Those are
boys.
some bonkers names, also.
Yeah. My favorite. I think my favorite is Door Slammer, just because I like to imagine you waking up and there's just a man standing in your room, silhouetted by your hallway light.
He just slams your door shut.
Well, you look up at him and you go, no, no. And he just starts slamming and opening your door repeatedly. That's what I like to imagine.
That's a good one. I like those guys.
Yeah, they're great.
They should come to America.
I would love it if they visited. I would if the Yule Lads came to American malls like Santa does every year. I would go every year.
It would be a lot more buck wild.
Oh my god!
They really seem like the type of thing that rednecks would get into.
They basically are. They're like Icelandic rednecks. They just go.
They're like Icelandic Florida man.
Oh my god, they are. Just imagine, like you would see a Florida man story where like the guy
stole all the candles.
Or he like goes in and he starts like gobbling up your yogurt and that's it. Like he doesn't do anything else. He just wants your yogurt.
Florida man tries to get milk straight from the tap.
Florida man is arrested for slamming doors and that's it.
Florida man walks into local man's house and sniffs.
Florida man hides in your rafters and steals your sausages.
Florida man peeps in through window. I think that could be almost anywhere though.
Yeah, that's almost anywhere.
Anyway, St. Nicholas's Day.
I feel like this one's just Christmas.
Wait, is this the one?
Is this the one where you like leave out your shoe and he'll like either put in a candy or nothing?
I think so. Because not to be confused with Weihnachtsmann or Father Christmas.
Because I remember I was raised Catholic. I remember like we would do that. Like before Christmas, we would leave out our shoes in a specific area and we would wake up to like either candy or money in our shoe. Oh, hello dogs.
Hello.
Sorry everyone.
They're getting into the Christmas spirit.
We're recording this at midnight. I didn't think that they would be up. But, you know.
Yeah, he put stuff in shoes on December 6th. Yeah, so that would have already happened. So if you didn't get anything...
If you didn't get anything in your shoes, you've been
pretty
naughty.
Shitty then. You've been naughty. And he hates you now.
We'll talk about this later. I want to bring something up. Go ahead, though. You keep going.
The next one just says Norway. I don't think that's a tradition or a holiday at all.
Norway doesn't actually exist until Christmas time.
Yeah, it materializes.
Little known fact, perhaps... Norway was created by the government.
Wasn't one of our conspiracy theories something like that? Was it Finland?
Finland doesn't exist. Yeah, that's a big one.
Hell? I hate that.
That's what I was inspired by. Actually, all Norwegian countries don't exist.
Yeah, they're not up there. It's all
they don't. Or wait, I said Norwegian. I'm in Scandinavia.
Oh my god, I got what you're saying.
I don't want people to like yell at me.
It's okay. Nobody's listening. Perhaps one of the most unorthodox Christmas Eve traditions can be found in Norway, where people hide their brooms. In a tradition that dates back centuries to when people believed that witches and evil spirits came out on Christmas Eve looking for brooms to ride on. To this day, many people still hide their brooms in the safest place in the house to stop them from being stolen. So in their gun safe.
I was gonna say that. I just imagine like if this was an American thing, but it was like people still believed it. I just imagine like some redneck sitting in a chair, aiming his shotgun at the door with his broom behind him, just waiting for a witch to walk in.
And then he accidentally kills a Yule Lad.
Yeah,
like, door damn slammer. It, that's the wrong one.
Door slammer comes in. He's like, "Oh, I wanted him to slam my door."
Next up is the lighting of National Hanukkah menorah in Washington D.C.
I'm confused.
The Jewish holiday of Hanukkah is celebrated with much fanfare across the United States, with one of the most elaborate events taking place on a national stage. Since 1979, a giant 9-meter menorah has been raised on the White House grounds for the 8 days and nights of Hanukkah. The ceremony in Washington, D.C. is marked with speeches, music, activities for kids, and, of course, the lighting of the menorah.
I feel bad for not knowing about this.
It's okay, I didn't know about it either.
I mean, I figured. That's why I feel bad.
Well, now we know. We're more enlightened.
I do feel bad for the other holidays in December because Christmas is, like, everywhere. It's like everything.
It's eating holidays that aren't in December now.
It really is. It's like it's taking over everything, and I feel bad, especially because like Christmas is it's like a Christianity thing, and the other like winter holidays are other religious things, and you feel bad. Like Thanksgiving, that's like a national thing. I don't feel as bad for that. But I was literally thinking as you were reading that, it was like, it's celebrated with fanfare all across the United States, and I was like, but is it? Like, sadly, is it? To some extent. I did go to a flea market today, and there was a menorah up, and I was like, that's nice. That's very nice. Cool. It made me happy. Because I feel bad.
Why?
Because, like I said, it's eating up, like Christmas, I feel like it's eating up their holiday. I mean, I know I don't celebrate it, so it's...
You didn't do it? Why do you feel guilty?
I'm just saying, because I'm an empathetic guy, I feel bad. I feel like when all the Jewish people are, like, they everything is closed for them. It's like another day. It's just a day of Hanukkah.
Yeah, but now they get to eat Chinese food, right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's good. I mean, but our family does that. And that's a tradition we have with my dad. We'll go to a place called the China Garden. It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, if you don't have plans for Christmas, you know where to go.
Go to the China Garden, but don't. That's our thing.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare make it hard for my family to get a table.
Next up, another just a country, Venezuela. Apparently that's a tradition.
It's a tradition. It doesn't exist.
Love Christmas, but think it could be improved by a spot of rollerblading?
Yes.
If the answer is yes.
I've always said that. I've always said I love Christmas, but I love rollerblading more, and I feel like these two things could work really well together.
I feel like a partnership is...
I feel like something's in the works.
Yeah, it needs to be made. Apparently in Venezuela it has happened.
Yeah, they already had that idea.
Every Christmas Eve... what's wrong with me?
Are you okay?
Residents head to church in the early morning. So far, so normal. But for reasons known only to them, they do so on roller skates.
Okay.
So it's like Sonic. The restaurant, not the hedgehog.
Oh, I thought you were saying... I immediately went to the hedgehog.
They do gotta go fast.
They do have to go fast. That's funny. Like, that's neat.
Oh my god, you know what would make it even better?
If
they were all dressed up like Sonic. If they were all dressed up like Sonic running to church to celebrate Christmas.
I would say Sonic characters. Because maybe one of them prefers Knuckles.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The day before Christmas Eve when they're going to do this, they make a Sonic OC and they dress up as it.
Okay. And
so you're like, I'm Sprinkles the rabbit or whatever.
Yeah, and for those, OC is original character. For those who don't,
know.
So like they just make their own they make their own weird Sonic the Hedgehog character from that universe. I'm gonna be called Shadow the Hedgehog. That's my original character.
It's not original, but he's. I can't say it with a straight face. Cool.
He's cool because he has a gun.
Yeah, gun cool.
Gun cool. Anyway.
The unique tradition is so popular that roads across the city are closed to cars so that people can skate to church in safety. Before heading home for the less than traditional Christmas dinner of tamales.
I would be so pissed if I was trying to go somewhere and I was like, every fucking road is closed. And I just see an army of roller skaters in their Sunday best just fucking skating around town. I would be so pissed.
What would you be madder if they were dressed up as Sonic characters?
No, I think that would make it a lot better. I think it would be tolerable. I might even join in.
So yeah, great. And then apparently they go home and have tamales.
That sounds really good. Like I'm pretty hungry right now. That sounds really good.
Next up, Day of the Little Candles in Colombia.
I want to ask you this before we continue: is the Yule Log on this list?
The Yule Log.
Yeah.
No.
What
is that?
Oh, God. Go ahead and say the Day of the Little Candle, and I'll close off the Christmas stuff with the Yule Log, because the Yule Log is great.
Little Candles Day marks the start of the Christmas season across Colombia. In honor of the Virgin Mary and the Immaculate Conception, people place candles and paper lanterns in their windows, balconies, and front yards. The tradition of candles has grown, and now entire towns and cities across the country are lit up with elaborate displays. So they put out candles. Now, what's the Yule Log? I don't want to sound disinterested.
Wait,
but I see like some cool-ass flower candles. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, keep talking about that, please. I gotta find this thing.
Next up, there's one last one.
Okay.
It's the Cavalcade of Lights in Toronto.
Okay.
In wintry, wonderful Toronto, the annual Cavalcade of Lights marks the official start of the holiday season. The first cavalcade took place in 1967 and shows off Toronto's newly constructed City Hall and Nathan Phillips Square. The square and Christmas tree are illuminated by the more than 300,000 energy-efficient LED lights that shine from dusk until 11 p.m. until the new year.
Okay, cool.
On top of that, you'll get to witness spectacular fireworks.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, yeah. Wow. So screw Canada, right?
Yeah. This is so much better. I'm sorry. It's I think it might be like from Spain. Yeah. Catalonia, isn't that in Spain?
Sure.
I think so. It's Spanish. It's actually called the Christmas Log in English. Tío de Nadal.
Okay.
It's a character in Catalan mythology referring to a Christmas tradition widespread in Catalonia and some parts of Aragon. A similar tradition... Yeah, okay. Tell me about this log. The form of the Tío de Nadal, found in many homes during the holiday season, is a hollow log about 30 centimeters long. Recently, the Tío has come to stand up... Okay, cool. So recently he's got 4 stick legs, and they have a broad smiling face painted on his higher end, enhanced by a little red sock hat, and often a 3-dimensional nose. They have a log in their living room, and they paint a face on him. Those accessories have been added only in recent times, altering the more traditional and rough natural appearance of the dead piece of wood. Beginning with a feast of Immaculate Conception, one gives the Tío a little bit to eat every night and usually covers him with a blanket so that he will not be cold. The story goes that in the days preceding to Christmas, children must take good care of the log, keeping him warm and feeding it so that it will defecate presents on Christmas Day or Eve. On Christmas Day, or in some households, on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Did you just say this log's going to shit out presents?
One puts Tío partly into the fireplace and orders it to defecate. The fire part of the tradition is no longer as widespread as it once was, since many modern homes do not have a fireplace. To make it defecate,
oh, that's the problem. The problem.
To make it defecate, they don't have
fireplaces. Not that logs.
Listen to me, Sam.
Okay. I'll hold it together.
To make it defecate, one beats the Tío with sticks while singing various songs of Tío del Nadal. The tradition says that before beating the Tío, all the kids have to leave the room and go to another place of the house and pray, asking for the Tío to deliver a lot of presents. Nowadays, children go to a different room, usually the kitchen, to warm their stick next to a fire. This makes the perfect excuses for the relatives to do the trick and put the presents under the blanket while the kids are praying or warming their stick. The Tio does not drop large objects, as those are considered to be brought by the 3 wise men. It does leave candies, nuts, and torrons, and small toys. Depending on the region of Catalonia, it may also give out dried figs. The Tio is often called the Caga Tio, or the shitting log, or Poo Log. This derives from the many songs of Tio Nadal. And the Wikipedia page also has the Tio de Nadal song, and it's translated to English for us. So this is a song sung during the celebration after hitting the Tio softly with the stick during the song. It is hit harder on the words Caga Tio than someone puts their hands under the blanket and takes a gift. The gift is opened and then the song begins again. There are many different songs. The following are some examples. So this is only one example of the many songs.
Yeah.
Shit log, shit nougats, hazelnuts, and matto cheese. If you don't shit well, I'll hit you with a stick. Shit log.
I assume that I'm hoping it would translate to like pooping log, right?
Well, cagatio, cagatoro, avelines y mato, sino cagesbe, et dare un cap de basto cagatio is what the Spanish translation is.
Trace.
So if cagatio means shit log, then shit log is the definition.
I don't want to be like insensitive to other cultures, but this is fucking crazy.
But maybe you think having kids beat a log with a face until it shits out presents is a little nuts.
Literally.
Literally, shit nougats, shit nuts, and matto cheese.
Oh my god,
Shit log.
I don't know how I feel about this. It's both glorious and horrifying.
If you don't shit good, I'll beat you with the stick.
I love the idea of these children need to go and pray.
And then they start yelling at a log to shit. That's the crazy part. That's the part that gets me. I don't care if they're going into a different room. They're beating a log and telling it to shit.
But it's like, how weird would that be compared to like, okay, Santa, he comes while you're asleep. You bend a log over into a fireplace, ass up. I'm assuming.
No, the face is the higher end, so it's like it's halfway.
Does he poop out his mouth then?
No. They put the presents by its butt because it's shitting. Because the butt's under the blanket. Oh my god!
But like, am I picturing this wrong? I imagine his face like down in the fireplace, like he's like sticking his ass up and he's pooping out.
No, he's not pooping out. He's pooping under the blanket.
Okay, so he has a privacy blanket.
Yeah, they say they have to. This log gets cold apparently, and they have to put a blanket on it on one of the nights so it stays warm.
I'm so confused by everything I'm hearing.
And then, like it said, when the children go into another room and pray and/or warm their beating sticks, the parents put little candies or trinkets under the blanket next to its ass.
Yeah, I got the blanket and stuff. I guess I just pictured what was happening wrong. I picture him like slapping its ass with like a horse whip.
Literally, the only thing you need to imagine is kids beating a log with a face on it and yelling "shit log." That's the only part.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff about that.
Anyway,
is that the episode? Yeah, it is.
We've got
to do the other stuff first. Yeah. No, we're not, because we have other things to talk about.
I mean, it's basically the episode.
Yeah, nobody listens to this part.
Today in history.
What happened today?
It's December 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Today it's 2019, but our event happened in 1888.
Okay.
Vincent van Gogh cuts off his left ear with a razor after arguing with a fellow painter, Paul Gauguin, and sends it to a prostitute for safekeeping. It's the infamous ear thing. News. Everyone knows about the Van Gogh ear thing, and that's what happened on Today, which is a crazy thing. He got into an argument. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna cut off part of my own ear.
Yeah, wasn't it just like his earlobe? Like it wasn't like his whole ear, like a lot of people think.
We talked about it in the misconceptions episode that it wasn't his actual whole ear. Like he wasn't missing his whole ear. It was just like a chunk of it. But still, to say, "Fuck you, buddy," I'm cutting off part of my own ear just to prove you wrong or something. And then he sends it to a prostitute?
Who else are you going to send it to?
Keep this safe for me, please?
It doesn't make a lot of sense, I'm going to be honest.
Wasn't he crazy?
He could have been. I don't know. I didn't know the guy.
Why not?
It's a long time ago.
Was it?
What year was it again?
I mean, he cut off his ear in 1888.
Yeah. Nobody's alive from them anymore.
Well, I saw him it was probably about 3 weeks ago. I saw Vincent.
Oh, okay. Did he look like Willem Dafoe?
A little bit.
Did he play him?
Yeah, he did in the movie. Yeah, he looked similar to Willem Dafoe. Like, not like really, but like, I guess close enough. I didn't see him and go, "That's Willem Dafoe." I saw him and I said, "That's Vincent Van Gogh."
Yeah. One fact people don't know is that he's still alive, apparently.
Yeah, well,
I was unaware. Apparently, Trace saw him.
Well, it was like, you know how like every year there's like always like these fake celebrity deaths, when that happened with Vincent.
I'm gonna shoot straight with you. I don't really know what the hell you're talking about.
You know how it's like you always you'll scroll on Facebook and it's like.
Yeah, I get that part.
Yeah, that happened with Vincent.
I don't understand where this came from.
That's why a lot of people don't think that he's still alive, because there was news media was like, he died. He's like, no, I didn't. I hate that you all keep saying that. Right.
Anyway, today is the 23rd, right? Is that right? Yeah. Today is hold on. I can't pronounce this.
Hanukkah.
I gotta pop this in.
I think it's pronounced Google, Hanukkah, I guess. Sam. It's the second.
And
it's probably
gonna tell me wrong how it's pronounced, but you know what? That's fine. How do you say this?
Why don't you just spell it?
Shush. I'm listening.
This is really good.
Pfeffernusse. National Pfeffernusse Day.
Pfeffernusse,
I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so you know what it is. Yeah, you know.
Nope.
You know. No, you said it right. Go ahead.
It's the
Since
day,
you know what it is.
It's the Pfeffernusse Day is the day where what are we talking about? I mean, it's very simple. If you could just tell me what it is. No, I don't want to. This is Sam's Holiday Corner. I don't want to.
No. It's okay. You can tell me.
It's not. It's not my bit.
If you had to summarize it in one word, what would you say?
Pfeffernusse.
Okay, a different one.
Pfeffernusse-like.
No.
But it's hyphenated.
National Pfeffernusse Day celebrates pfeffernusse, which are small cookies that originated in and are still largely popular in Central Europe, specifically in Germany, Denmark, and the Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're little cookies.
Yeah.
I don't know. There weren't a lot of holidays today, Trace. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I already knew that.
It's like it's.
Yeah.
Festivus is apparently
Festivus
today. That's today.
That's from Seinfeld, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know.
It's I think Jerry's dad is tired. I don't remember. It's either Jerry's dad or George.
Festivus is a holiday that shuns commercialism and the pressures of Christmas season and takes place on December 23rd each year. It was invented by writer Daniel O'Keefe and originally celebrated by his family. The holiday permitted American Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused now.
It got popular from Seinfeld, is all I know.
Gotcha.
And there's like a Festivus. There's a Festivus poll. They say Festivus for the rest of us. It's a whole thing. My stepmom loves Seinfeld, so she we talk about that. It comes up every holiday season, so hopefully we'll talk about it.
Yeah. But yeah, there weren't a lot of holidays.
Huh?
There weren't a lot of holidays, so I just went with Pfefferness Day.
Yeah, I mean, and I know so much about that holiday.
Yeah, you already knew about it.
Yeah,
so I didn't have to tell you too much.
Yeah.
See, the word I was looking for when you wanted to summarize it in one word was probably like cookie, but you seemed to kind of dodge it, and I don't know why.
Now, literally, the first thing you said was it celebrates Pfefferness,
which is a cookie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know. Anyway, that's been the holiday special of From Our Perspective. Happy holidays, everyone. I know we probably. I don't think a lot of people are going to be listening to podcasts because it's Christmas time. But if you do, maybe you'll definitely get to it at least. But sit around the fire, turn it on.
Slap a log with a stick until it poops out gifts,
and then lick your skier bowl clean.
Yeah.
And give if you can't afford to buy gifts for your family, give the gift of a podcast, and just tell them about us. We would love to spread some holiday cheer this year. But yeah, tell people about us. You can find us pretty much on everywhere that you find other podcasts. You can find, just look up From Our Perspective. If you can, leave a rating, leave a review. We'd like to hear what you have to say, good, bad, or otherwise. If you would like to follow us on social medias, go ahead. We would love that. You can find us at FOP_pod on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find us at From Our Perspective on Facebook. Other than that, we post the podcast every Monday. And we will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo!